keep you in the loop of all things chips.
So pop the kettle on, find a quiet spot to sit down, and have a listen to what we've been up to.
Hi everyone, if we haven't met before, I'm Andrew Jackson and I'm the director of Chips, and I get the opportunity to welcome you to our latest update. As you can see, we've decided to do that by video, and we really hope you like the new format. You'll be hearing a little bit from me, from Kamika, who leads our Brixton project, from Desmond in Ghana, and from Karina, who is our marketing and comms manager. We know that we can't go very far into an update without speaking about the terrible conflict in Ukraine. I'm sure that we have all been through a whole range of emotions over the last 4 to 5 weeks as we have watched the conflict and the war progress and seen the terrible suffering of the people in Ukraine. We wrote round recently with a prayer that we had written which focused on Russian peacemakers, and I really want to encourage us again to keep praying for those Russian peacemakers, for boldness, for courage, particularly for church leaders as they preach the gospel of peace. Let's persevere in that. We know that it's really important that there's a ceasefire and that there's a peace agreement at an international level. But we also know as Chips how important it is for grassroots people to be making peace between themselves. And we know that is what we would encourage in projects of our own. So yes, let's not get tired of the news that we're hearing. Let's keep bringing that conflict to God, and let's keep praying for boldness, courage and opportunity for peacemakers. So something to look out for over the next few weeks is our Impact Report 2021-2022. We all know that 2021 was another year that was affected by COVID. However, we were able to still keep working in both Brixton and Ghana, and the Impact Report will include photos and highlights of the work we were able to do. I hope you'll find it really encouraging and inspiring in terms of all that your support, your prayer support and your giving enable us to do in Brixton and Ghana. Over the last few months, a small team of us have been looking again at the Bible passages which form the foundation of Chip's understanding of peace and how we do our peacemaking. And that's been a real privilege for me and really inspiring. And one of the foundational principles that has struck me particularly again is how incarnational we aim to be as Chips. By that I mean how we would move to live in communities, how we seek to identify as deeply and as strongly as possible with both sides in a conflict, and how we then model Jesus in how we build relationship and bring two sides together. And that has led us as a team to talk about our first qualification as peacemakers being who we are and not what we do, and been saying to each other, just remember, this is about who we are and not necessarily all the activities that we are engaged in, or rather that they come second. I was at a church in Derby last year at St Werburgh's, and the message that Sunday morning was around Daniel, and the speaker was talking about Daniel and his character, and she said the thing about Daniel was that he was deeply formed. And when she said those words, something struck me, and it was that is who we want to be as peacemakers, that we want to be deeply formed followers of Jesus. It was like a picture in my mind for me and for others in the team, and for all of us who support the work of Chips. And as I come to the end of my contribution to this update, one of the things I was wanting to do was to ask you to pray that for us and for yourself, that you would pray for those of us in a kind of head office team, those of us in the Brixton team, and those in Ghana, that deeply formed followers of Jesus, deeply formed peacemakers is what we will be. And also as we look to the future and we hope get involved in new projects, we're involved in new areas of the world, that God would send us people who are, if not already deeply formed, then on that journey, that is a passion of theirs and a heart of theirs to become that. And let's see what God can do with people like that, and us as we become people like that. Finally, what I'd love to do, as always, is to thank you for your support. We're really grateful for your continuing support, both financially and in prayer. And I hope this update gives you a taste of what we're able to achieve with all that you give to us and with your generosity. So As I said at the beginning, I really hope you've enjoyed this new format. Please do get in touch and let us know if you have, and with any comments, or even if you haven't, and maybe suggest things that we could do better. Thanks very much for listening, and enjoy the rest of the update.
In Brixton, we've had a busy start to the year. We've rebranded some of our projects and managed to collaborate with some other Brixton-based organisations, like our photography workshop with Photo Fusion, a local-based arts organisation providing photography courses and digital resources. Our young people have had the privilege of working with high-tech camera equipment and getting expert advice from young people working in media and film. Not only have the young people been getting creative behind the camera, they've also been cutting shapes on the dance floor. We've teamed up with Longfield Hall, a community arts centre, to bring weekly Afrobeats and street dance sessions to young people aged 5 to 16 years old. This has had a huge take-up. Our girls group have also gone for a makeover and now go by Grow and Glow. The girls have decided to host a series of events this year, the first being a network tea party aimed at the budding entrepreneur. Please check out our website for more information about this event. The Young Stars experience for our under 11s have been getting busy, showing off their TikTok skills, making homemade pizza for National Pizza Day, upcycling t-shirts with tie and dye, and making some slime. We've also had the privilege of seeing a performance at the newly opened Brixton House Theatre. And they've been receiving Bible studies from author Roy Savory through his program Keys to Life. The young people have been looking at the roots of a successful life. Our drop-in sessions, formerly Compassionate Listeners, has been connecting locals with services to meet their needs and supporting them with filling in welfare forms and support with housing and GP and therapies and so on. Also providing an ear for listening and a nice cup of tea.
Very good afternoon from Chiefs Ghana. I'm Desmond, the team leader. It's been a nice beginning of the year with us coming together from Christmas and preparing our activities and budget. We had money from a philanthropist to buy a motorbike to support our rounds. We also plan our itinerary for our rounds, the various communities to go and when to go. We had a meeting with our board directors, Mr. Jacob and Reverend Bakar, to review the team and the new structural changes that we want to bring on board. We also had a meeting with all the groups to look at the way we need to foster more peace in the communities and within the groups that we are operating. It's been a nice quarter and a good beginning for most of the activities that we have been carrying out. Thank you.
Hello CHIPS supporters, my name is Karina and I'm here to tell you about some exciting events and initiatives that are coming up in the next few months. First of all, in May we have Ride London, which is our London to Essex 100-mile bike ride. We have 2 people signed up already and we're looking for a 3rd cyclist who'd like to join them. So if you're an avid cyclist and you'd like to join CHIPS in raising funds, then please do get in touch with us and we can get you all signed up for that event. The second thing to mention is that we're going to be at the Big Church Day Out this year. For the first time ever, CHIPS will have a stand at the Big Church Day Out marketplace. So if you are planning on going along with your church, your family, your friends, do come and say hello and get involved with the initiatives that we have on our stand. If you're interested in volunteering on the stand at the Big Church Day Out to help support CHIPS, then please do get in touch with us via email. We are looking for volunteers who would like to represent CHIPS as part of the Big Church Day Out event. And thirdly, just to thank you for your patience. We know there have been a few changes to CHIPS recently, and we are just trying to get everything in place, ready to move forward and to launch a new engagement strategy for churches, for individuals, for companies and organisations. So please bear with us in the interim. We are in the process of obtaining a new website as well, so we will be working on that. And lastly, thank you for your continued support. We wouldn't be able to do any of the things you've heard about in this video if it wasn't for your prayers and for your financial generosity. So thank you so much that you're helping to keep everything that we're doing to pursue peace going. Thank you.